Everybody, welcome into First Take, coming to you from beautiful Lake Chalet in Oakland. Our last day here. Game 2 is in the books. Warriors up by 2. Same scenario as last year, but a very different deal. We'll get into it. Ladies.
First Take, go Bears!
Key questions as we get set for Game 2. Which team will get off to a hot start? Which player will be the catalyst? And great news for Golden State. Steve Kerr will return and be on the bench. Up top, nobody near Draymond Green. Nails it. Draymond Green inside. Pachulia. Warriors rolling early. Top shot blocked by Durant. Picked up by Curry. Durant pulls back for 3. Durant blocks it up. McKee throws it down. Running his Livingston for the slam. Puts up a 3, knocks it down. James trying to harass Curry. Curry off the dribble, layup off the glass. Golden State remains perfect. 14-0 and up 2-0 in these NBA Finals.
Bay Area. Thank you so much for starting your week with us here on First Take. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I know some people had a good Sunday night. A lot of those folks are right here at Lake Chalet Bar and Grill with us right now. This crowd's hype. No surprise. We got a full house here at the desk. Your boy Max Kellerman, Will Kane, Marcellus Wiley, I'm Molly Carroll, and our First Take fam.
I'm worried. We're not going to see these people anymore. I'm worried this is goodbye. We've gotten to know these nice people. This might be our last day with
You're
them.
taking out the broom?
I know.
Look at that.
You were saying something.
Yes.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah. I saw your lips moving. I didn't hear a word you
couldn't
said.
hear a thing. These people
Good
are loud.
morning, good to see you, etc. Gentlemen, good to have you all here. We got a huge show today coming up. Draymond Green's mom is going to be here.
Hey, there you go. Respect.
Big Shot Bob,
Hey.
Robert Ory in the house.
Big shot, Bob.
All right. Yep.
Mr. Fab.
There you go. Respect. Y'all got yay.
And Shamar Moore. So quite a few people joining. Oh, yeah.
crush.
Don't blush.
Man crush.
Right? So, gentlemen, just another day in the office at Oracle. The Warriors taking a 2-0 commanding lead, a 19-point win. The Cavs had the same slow start last year, but according to our Jalen Rose, it's a different deal this time around.
We have not seen this before. We
Okay.
did not
So we're going to argue? Okay.
see this last year, because let me tell you why. We said it before the game. The Cleveland Cavaliers ain't beating this team 4 out of 5 games.
No way.
Because of the person that we're talking about, Kevin Durant. And the thing I like about his dominance, it ain't just against the shot against Richard Jefferson. He's doing it on purpose against LeBron. He's looking at LeBron James standing in front of him and saying, I'm about to get a bucket off the bounce. I'm about to go to the post. I'm about to go to the hoop. Do you know how demoralizing that is for the Cleveland Cavaliers when they know they only have one guy that can possibly stop KD and it's LeBron, yet he's still having his way?
Oof.
Waves are spinning, J. Rose. I saw him. Marcellus, I want to start with you here. I know you've been Cavs all along.
Yeah.
But after last night, is Jalen right? Is this series over?
Cover your ears because I'm about to talk bad about Jalen Rose right
Okay.
now. No, in all respect to Jalen Rose, who obviously knows the game of basketball very well, he's completely wrong about this team, and he's completely wrong about this series. It's not over. Look, I prefer facts over opinions. I prefer numbers over words. So let me give you some numbers to
This'll be good.
support what I have to say. One, Cleveland has been here before. We just talked about it. This 2-0 commanding lead.
Yeah, commanding.
Commanding lead.
Big lead.
Didn't we hear that last year? Weren't y'all suckered last year into thinking about this 2-0 commanding lead?
No KD.
Yeah. And
Paging Kevin Durant, not there last year.
and First Take is not coming back to Oakland. You said last year First Take wasn't coming back to Oakland. They came back to Oakland, and they took it from you guys. Look, this situation, if they go to Cleveland and win Game 3, they've made up half the ground already. A 2-1 lead. If you think about it, LeBron at home with his role players feeling comfortable at home. And that's the issue. If you really want to talk about what's wrong with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, you're not rebounding. J.R. Smith, you're not doing a damn thing. And if you look at the role players, no one's shown up. Kyrie can't hit the contested shots. LeBron is basically out there by himself. But is the series over? No.
You really believe that?
I
You
totally do.
truly believe
The
that?
series is over, and LeBron identified what's so difficult about this team after Game 1. It's really simple. They took a 73-win team and added Kevin Durant. And in the NBA, in a best of 7, the best team always wins. You want to say almost always, fine, but it's even ridiculous. It's just about
2011
every single
Dallas
time.
wasn't the best team.
Well,
Yes, they were.
won in
Don't start with me. Don't get it personal.
Look at this.
Don't make it personal.
I'm going
Now,
there right there.
the point is, in the NCAA tournament, in one game, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Right? Football, baseball, best team doesn't always win. Too many variables in baseball. Football is also a lot of variables in only one game. But in the NBA, when you can run your plays through your best players, and you have best of 7, the best team wins. And who's the best team? Clearly, the Golden State Warriors, we knew that coming in. That's why they were favored. It's not just that they're all, look, Cavs have an all-time great offense. When they're clicking on all cylinders, it's just about as good as you
Most
get.
efficient.
Golden State also has that.
Yeah.
And then Golden State also plays defense. And here's the difference between this year and last year. Last year, they didn't do this. These last 2 games, they Harlem Globetrottered LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was a Harlem Globetrotter.
Wow.
And you can see that class I mean, look what Steph did to LeBron. That's do-do-do-do-do. He's dribbling all over.
Oh, stop.
And I don't want to hear about double dribbles. Stop it. Everyone saw what happened.
Sweet
And
handles.
the point is that class tells over time, over a best-of-7 series, over a full game. In the first half, Cleveland's doing everything they can. They didn't play that badly. Both teams played pretty well. Even defensively in the first half, their offense was so good it was 60-something to 60-something, and the Warriors were clinging to a small 3-point lead.
Yeah.
The Cavs had to do everything in their power to get it there, and then almost by accident. It's not even like the Warriors really kicked it into such another gear. Just over time, the difference in the teams became apparent, and by the end of the game, they won by 1,000,000 points again.
I mean, you want
You got anything different than this insanity I'm hearing from him?
I got this for you. The season for the Cavs, it's over. It's done. It's cooked.
Put a fork in it, Marcellus.
That's it.
It's all over.
Now listen, hold on.
Okay,
I'm going to
okay.
back that up. I appreciate that you've made your bed and you're going to lay in it. I appreciate that you're going to stay
my
with
chores.
this
I did my chores.
until the very end.
Courage
You're
of your
there.
convictions.
Yes.
I appreciate it. But one thing, my friend, you are not all in on is facts. You laid it out as though you were for facts and everyone else is living in some diluted reality. Yeah, the one up 2-0. Here's the simple fact. We don't have to overcomplicate this. This is not last year. You can look back to last year all you want. You can talk about coming back from 3-1 all you want. I only need 2 letters to make this argument. Just 2.
All right.
What was that? I couldn't hear you. What? I need 2 letters. They told you. KD. You have no answer.
I do have an answer.
Yesterday I sat there and you sat here. I asked you questions. You didn't have answers. Last night,
There it is.
last night the Cavs performed just like you did. They had no answer. They have no answer for KD.
Okay.
They have no defensive answers.
Yeah,
How many points?
You know I'm not done.
How many points in the first quarter for the Warriors? 40.
Good for them.
40.
Good for them. You
Good
ready
luck.
for this? You ready for this? Last year, 2-0, 2-0 this year, right? You're saying it's not about last year. 2-0, 2-0. Last year, they actually beat the Cavs by a worse point differential than they are this year. Last year, they left Oakland. It was plus 48. 2 blowouts, 15 and 33 points. This year, it's only plus 41. Now, look, if you're Cleveland, you're not sitting there saying, oh, that's good. You're sitting there saying, damn. However,
Plus 41.
it was worse last year, and KD is in the building. We get that. But KD in the building, and it's now in Cleveland. We're going to see what him and that team can
There
do.
are similarities to last year.
But KD in the building is not a throwaway comment.
There are similarities to last year, and it bodes well for the Warriors that there are similarities to last year. It's bad for the Cavs that there are similarities to last year, because let's look at how the Cavs beat the Warriors. 1 possession. I mean, for the last 4:35 of Game 7 at home, the Warriors didn't score a point.
Yeah.
And the reason it was even at a Game 7, Steph came in, physically compromised. You could say hurt or not. That wasn't the real Steph. We saw he couldn't get separation off of bigs, when they switched on to him. It was ridiculous. Draymond got suspended a game. Harrison Barnes and Festus Ezeli were garbage the entire series.
Yeah.
And so now you have a healthy Steph. Draymond's not missing a game. Already that may have changed the outcome even last year. And not only do you replace Harrison Barnes just with a better version of himself, you replace him with a guy who is now being argued as the best player in the world in KD.
Perfect segue
Last
for
year
me.
is bad news for the Cavs.
Hold on. Can I just put the nail in this coffin?
Sure.
Game 1, the Cavaliers turned the ball over 20 times. What was the score? They lost by 22 points. I'm going to help you along the way. In Game 2, the Warriors turned the ball over 20 times. They won by 19 points.
Yeah. Not the same turnover differential.
It's almost as though one team is vastly better than the other.
Don't try to cook the books. Not the same turnover differential. That Game 1 was the worst in NBA history. All that said, we've been here before. I hope you guys feel suckered again because you're going to go to Cleveland and you're going to be like, uh-oh, first take will be back in Oakland. Trust me.
All it takes is one. It's true. The Cavs just take Game 3, which is possible even by a small margin. It's a series again, or so it seems.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just being clear now. You're now arguing that the Cavs are going to win one game?
No. They're going to win the next game. You don't have to worry about winning 4 or 5. You got to worry about winning the next game, and that's what they're going to do.
We take it game by game
Okay.
and show by show. All right, you kind of teed it up, Max. So it's not usually a debate, not even on First Take, that LeBron is the best player in the game right now until now. Here's Paul Pierce spitting truth.
He may be the best player in the world today.
Today?
You are
Today.
Whoa.
I mean, look at. We're on the final stage. LeBron is giving you good numbers.
Stop.
Wait,
Stop
What
it.
can't he
Paul,
do?
let me stop you
What
before
can't
you
he
start.
drink?
What's in there?
Cut it
What
out,
can
Paul.
he do on the court?
Let me check in that.
Yeah, let me smell what
Paul,
you got going on in your mug.
you stop it now.
Hey, this is truth juice.
Right? KD did ball again. 33 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 blocks. Will, I'll start with you.
Yes.
Is Durant now the best player in the world?
It's happening right now.
Oh, God.
It's happening in front of your eyes. The baton, let me tell you something. The baton is being passed, or actually stolen, wrenched out of LeBron's hands as we speak. Now, the today is really important in this debate. The right now is really important in this debate. Not over his career, not all time, not even in these playoffs. But in these finals, KD has been the best player on the planet. He is the best player in the world, and I would suggest to you this is just the beginning. Let me ask you this, Marcellus. A year from now, we'll be having this debate very seriously, and it will be a worthy debate a year from now.
We shouldn't be having a debate right now.
No,
Go
but
ahead.
a year from now. A year from now, do you think this will be a legit debate?
It's not a debate right now, but let's do it. Let's entertain the people
My
with the
point
fallacy
is, I'm
that he's better than
just
LeBron.
there before you.
No.
1 year now, from now, you will be having that debate. You may be even on my side. What I'm telling you is
Or
I'm
2
at the
years
party.
or 3 years. In other words,
I'm at the party.
You think KD will pass LeBron because he's younger?
Yes.
Of course, because he's younger.
I'm
but
at the party before you are. It's nice. Come on in.
No.
I'm telling you, it's happening right now.
Let
It's
me give you
happening.
this. There's two reasons why it's not happening. Your premise is flawed. One, you can't look at a guy who's having a better series and say, oh, since you're having a better series than the best player in the world, you're better than him. Dirk Nowitzki had a better final series than LeBron, but no one was sitting there saying Dirk Nowitzki's the best player in the world. So that's flawed. Second of all, if you look at LeBron James, he's sitting there doing it all by himself and still putting up all-time historic numbers. You look at Kevin Durant, he has a crew. It's not a fair fight. One of them got knuckles. One of them got brass knuckles. One of them got a ketchup bottle. They all showing up to beat up on LeBron James. And LeBron is still playing as well as all of those guys individually by himself. He doesn't have support around him, so you can't make that assumption that he's better than LeBron when he has 3 guys scoring over 22
And
points.
to add on to that, if the series ended today, we don't know for sure that KD would be the MVP. You could argue that Steph and KD would be co-MVPs.
I think KD would probably get it. You talked about LeBron. It's not just that he's not crewed up to the extent that KD is crewed up, right? First, let me just deal with Nowitzki. Nowitzki, I thought at that moment, proved that for a moment he was the best player in the world, but he was old. So the trajectory of his career was unlikely to take him past anyone on a permanent basis. Will's point, I think most people's point, I made the point after Game 1, actually, that hey, KD, it reminded me a little bit of Ali and Holmes, right? Like, the old guy is trying to rope-a-dope the young guy, but the young guy's too big, too quick, too young, too much bounce in his step, both ends of the floor. That's KD. Dirk Nowitzki was older than LeBron. KD is younger, so you anticipate that he'll eventually eclipse him. And Will's point is he's doing it now, and your point is maybe he'll do it eventually. It might be 2 years from now. Here's the thing. KD right now, both ends of the floor, is outplaying LeBron head-to-head.
Oh, yeah.
He's the best offensive player in the series. He's the best defensive player in the series. He's also younger. And it's possible that we're watching the passing of the torch right now, or the changing of the guard. But It is too early to say, Will, you're at the party early. You never want to be the first one to the party. No one's there. You have no fun.
I always have the best time.
The point is that LeBron James does so much more than KD for your team. It's nothing against KD. He has so much more responsibility in the offense than KD. And KD is on a team where the deck is stacked in their favor so much he could just do his thing.
Yep.
LeBron can't just do his thing. He has to do his thing and try to do everybody else's thing. So while KD might even be the better one-on-one player right now, if you have a team and you're starting from scratch, you're trying to win as many games as possible, take LeBron James.
How about
if
game
you
3?
already have a good team and you want to add a player to put you over the top, take LeBron James. LeBron James is still the best basketball player in the world.
How about this? If you want to win game 3, who would you take? You want to win the next game, and I will take KD.
You can't pierce them out. You can't just take one individual. You're bringing Kevin Durant with another
No.
great scorer in Steph, and you're bringing in Clay, who had
This
a
is
great
a
game.
man-on-man debate
LeBron
right now.
James will just-
KD, look, I'm not disrespecting LeBron. LeBron has played great. LeBron is great, but it's not. Let's not pretend. By the way, I love having Dirk Nowitzki debates. We can have those all day long, but today it's about KD, and KD is coming from the second place. That's where he was regarded, the second best player in the NBA, and the way he's played in this series, head-to-head with LeBron. You bring up defense. Let's not look past that. The man that KD is guarding is shooting 37%. The man that LeBron is guarding is shooting 67%.
But Will, why
That's
would you,
not close. That's not even close.
why would you bring this up today? He didn't even have the best. He didn't even have the
There was
best.
a game last night.
He didn't have the best. He didn't even have the best game on his team last night. It's amazing. You're gonna say he's better than LeBron, who's the best player in the world. And
Who's better than KD last night? Curry?
Steph Curry had a triple-double
41%.
last night.
41%, 8 turnovers.
Steph Curry had a better game than KD last night. As you said, Molly, if you want to look at these two right now, they don't even know who's going to be MVP of their
It's
team.
not just
So,
about
come on, man.
KD's
Not
play,
today.
though. Wait, KD's play is one thing. And while he looks, I agree, Will, that like he's taking the torch from LeBron or by force maybe, in fact, he has such superior firepower. It's easier for him to do that. It's not just about KD's performance. It's about LeBron. LeBron in recent years has shown that he can coast at times in the regular season. He's figured out how to manage his minutes and his body, but in high leverage moments, he can turn it on and dust the world, right? And what I'm seeing in this series is here's the high leverage moment, LeBron.
Wow.
Turn it on and dust everybody. And even if you think he's better than KD right now, he's a little better than KD. Like, here's the high leverage moment, and he's not able to turn it on
28
and
and
ignite
10.
the way he did.
Triple-double and a 28, 15, and 6, and you're saying, oh, he's not being able
Compared to his last
Hey, this
final.
isn't just a field thing, Marcellus. The stats show those are in the first half. Most of those stats in the first half. First half last night, 5 drives to the basket. You know how many in the second half? 0.
And the defense isn't there.
While
like it used to
KD
be.
is playing
No,
like
the
a
defense
man possessed. He's looking like a man who wants and will take no answers but accepting the NBA Finals trophy. LeBron is playing great, but not like
So
that.
LeBron's the only person that can guard KD, and there's a million people on the
He's
Warriors
not
that can
guarding
guard
him very
LeBron.
well.
It's so easy to show up and
It's not
say,
a fair fight from
it's
that
so
standpoint.
easy.
you're
Look, I'm not taking anything away from Kevin Durant, but it's so easy to show up and say, you know what? Like me, being a defensive lineman, if you don't give me a defensive tackle to give me push, guess what? As a DN, I'm neutralized. But if I got those guys in the middle and I'm sitting here on the edge,
You're
you
gonna
got
kill 'em.
problems.
Yeah.
You can't double team everybody. There are at least 2 players on Golden State you have to double team. Right now, because Kyrie is not effective, you don't have to double team anyone but LeBron James.
He's
And
right.
That's the issue.
KD's job is
by
made
himself.
easier by the team he's on. And I will say this. The reason I say it's still LeBron is because LeBron is judged by an unfair standard. It's not really what we're seeing is LeBron isn't lapping the field right now. Yeah. There's real competition. It's getting much closer. And the standards are set so high for LeBron that if someone can make it close, you go, well, maybe the other guy's got it.
not a
No,
fair
it's just
fight.
he's
No.
catching up.
It's happening right now.
this
That's
might
all
be
that
the beginning
I'm
of the
calling
process.
what's happening. I'm seeing it, and you're just having a little trouble accepting reality right
Will,
now.
if-
It's happening.
If you put LeBron, everybody play this,
Thank
and let's
you.
play this little mind experiment. Y'all want it to be that way. All right, admit this.
Marcellus getting
Don't
mad.
worry.
I
Hey,
love
Andrew,
it.
we go to Cleveland. We go to Cleveland tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, right. Admit this. If you were able to swap the players,
Yeah.
LeBron on the crew
It's
of Golden
impossible.
State, do you know what LeBron James's numbers would be?
Right.
He would have like 40, 20, and 20. I mean,
And everyone- and
For
every-
that
everyone-
thought experiment, you wouldn't go
Yes.
LeBron.
You wouldn't go LeBron
on the Warriors?
LeBron on the Warriors.
And everyone would
Stop.
be saying, what's wrong with KD? If KD was boy, KD can't hack it in the big moments.
That's an interesting. That's an interesting
Stop.
what if. That's
Stop.
an interesting
No, we know
hypothetical.
what it is.
But I'm telling you what is.
Okay.
What is happening right now.
You know what this man is? He's like a fat LeBron LeBron James. He comes here to hostile territory,
Leave him alone.
all by himself. Everyone's ganging up on him.
And everybody
Sweating, look at
on
that.
fire.
And still shooting, putting up numbers.
Looking tired.
All right, we want you guys to get involved at home. Love this Twitter poll. Can't wait to see the results. Has KD passed LeBron? We'll continue that conversation a little bit later in the show. But when we come back here on First Take from Lake Chalet, this will be not the last time you'll see this play on television. So is Curry making up for last year? The guys will tell you that.
Sweet Georgia Brown.
And Draymond Green has never been afraid to say what's on his mind, but he isn't the most outspoken person in his family. His mom will join us later in the show.
La Quinta presents